Nicole Baker and our other big developing story takes us to what's playing out today in immigration courts all across the country, including here in Dallas. There's a lot of confusion and anger over ICE agents being seen waiting outside of these courthouses and arresting people that are showing up for their scheduled hearings. Our Ken Molesina has spent the day learning how these arrests are even happening and how they're legal. Can you walk us through this?
Yeah, and it's all very complicated here, but we're going to try and explain it for you here. I should begin by telling you that we visited immigration court earlier today in Dallas. All was quiet there, but we have heard from multiple sources that yesterday at least a handful of people were arrested at the courthouse immediately after their cases were dismissed without any kind of prior warning. So this is something, again, that has quietly been going on for the past couple of days now across the country. Cameras rolling in Phoenix today where these efforts were being carried out for the second day in a row there. So I spoke to a local immigration attorney by the name of Jaime Vasquez. He explains that the Trump administration is using a loophole in the system whereby they dismiss a person's immigration case and thereby removing their temporary protective status, making them immediately eligible for arrest and deportation once their case is essentially thrown out. Vasquez says this is an effort that the Board of Immigration Appeals recently greenlit under a provision that refers to the arrest and the deporting of who they call arriving aliens.
I will not say that it's illegal. It is a abuse of the due process. It's basically removing due process in this event, because if the person is allowed to enter the United States to fight an immigration case, at least they should be allowed to present their case and make a final determination. It is an erosion of the judicial process and system in this country.
Well, we did reach out to the Department of Homeland Security for comment. They sent us a statement saying, in part, quote, most aliens who illegally enter the United States within the past 2 years are subject to expedited removals. Biden ignored this legal fact and chose to release millions of illegal aliens, including violent criminals, into the country with a notice to appear before an immigration judge. ICE is now following the law and placing these illegal aliens in expedited removal, as they always should have been. If they have a valid credible fear claim, they will continue in immigration proceedings. But if no valid claim is found, aliens will be subject to a swift deportation.
Yeah, a lot to take in, a lot of questions. Ken, I know you cover the border for us from all angles. You've been in immigration court several times before. Do we know anything specifically here about how far these particular people had gotten in the process?
Not very far. Our sources are telling us that this is happening to people who were showing up like they were supposed to at what is known as a master calendar hearing. Essentially, Nicole, this is a check-in appearance. This is not where any decision is made.
And I want to ask about the judges, because like you said, this is playing out in a courtroom. The judges are dismissing these cases, or the prosecution is dropping the cases and the judges are giving the okay. How are they giving these orders?
So we don't know that for sure. We understand that perhaps it's coming through ICE itself. What we do know is that immigration judges are not the same as federal judges, for example. Immigration judges are salaried employees who are appointed and are part of the executive branch. They are considered to be administrative judges who take direction ultimately from the White House, Nicole.
An important distinction. Ken Molesina, thank you so much. An important story today.